YouTube, check it out. Before I get into this video, I got a package. I got a package in the mail, and I want to say these are the most ugliest shoes ever made. I'm gonna be honest, but I did want to see what they look like in person. So just to let you know, when I bought them, I knew that they were ugly. So don't judge me, okay? Hey, Austin. Check out the ugliest shoes ever made. He said, "Why did you do this?
Why? Why did you get these,
Why did you do it?
Why did you get these?
Hey, they were on sale."
You got these for the pool in Florida?
Nah.
Some swimming shoes.
Hey,
They were.
that's how you know you rich. When you just buy shoes.
Hey, they were on sale.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm just gonna buy some shoes. I feel like.
They were on sale. Right? Fear of God. They were on sale, right?
So you bought shoes just
HustleDreamProduction.
So the best way to start any 360 wave haircut is to comb the hair out first. Now, a lot of times you may not have to, but when a person is woofing this much, you want to get the hair laid off the scalp, so that way when you cut it down, the hair will be lifted off the scalp enough to where that guard could feed through the hair perfectly. So my client asked for a 1.5 with the grain. Now, knowing me, I thought to myself that, man, this might be a little too low. So what I did, I slowly kind of grazed just to see what the 1.5 will do and how low it will get. So then I switched over to my 2 guard and realized that, you know what, a 2 guard would really be a better look. So I went ahead and threw on the 2 guard, and now I'm just going with the grain. Now the first step you want to take when doing the taper, you want to make sure everything is laid down first, of course. Then I'm going to go ahead and set in my bald line. I'm using my Andis cordless T outliner, and I'm setting my bald line with a slight bend to it. The reason why I'm doing that is just to create some type of uniqueness to my blend. I don't want to just set in, you know, just a straight line and then blend up. There's no uniqueness in that to me, so I just want to be different from, you know, everybody else in their haircuts. Right now I'm gonna set in my 1 guard open about 1.5 inches. I'm doing this next because I don't want to set my blend too high, so this kind of prevents me from going too high on that blend. Now with the 2 guard open, I'm just gonna run that clipper straight up, just knocking off some of that bulk at the top. Now with the lever open, I'm going up about a 1/2 inch and I'm making sure that I flick out. I don't want to set in a harsh guideline. I just kind of want to, flick out. Using the 0 guard close in a flick out motion, flick out that middle line. Closing the lever in a flick out motion is flick out that bottom line. Now make sure throughout this whole process that you're using your corners as much as possible. So here's where you do your detail work. I always suggest to take a look away from the blend real quick, give your eyes a rest, come back to the blend. It doesn't have to be that long, maybe 10 seconds, 15 seconds, just to rest your eyes real quick, because having that, I call it a carpool tunnel vision, you know what I mean? It could kind of blind you if you're looking at something for too long. So rest your eyes, come back to it and start doing more detail work. Now as far as the back goes, it's the same exact steps. I use my Endis cordless T outliners to set in my bald line. Next, using my Babyliss Gold FX with the 1 guard open, set it in my next guideline so I won't go too high. Going in with my 2 guard open, just flicking out at the top. Coming back down with my 1 guard just to clean things up. Then jumping into the lever open, going up 1/2 inch. Using the 0 guard close in a flick out motion, knocking out that middle line. And lastly, with the lever close in a flick out motion, flicking out that bottom line. So to make the lineup in the front really crispy, especially for waivers, especially because we don't like all that overhang, I like to take it down a guard size lower. So I did a 2, so I went ahead and did a 1 with the lever open just to get the lineup so it won't have that overhanging hair. So this right here is called the magic pencil. I like to do this because it creates another form of enhancements. What it does is basically as that white ash line that you see on a lot of barber pictures. You may see that ash line. Now, it's a different ways that you can actually do the ash line, but this is a more simple way to get that illusion that, you know, his lineup is really crispy without using the fibers or the the dye. And it's just like a more simple way if your client doesn't want, you know, that spray or that dye enhancements. YouTube, this is the cut, and if you like it, make sure you give it a thumbs up. If you're new to my channel, please hit that subscribe button. If you like the beat, Hustle Dreams Production, make sure you check out his YouTube channel, will be linked in the description below. Also, if you want to know where you can find any tools that you've seen in this video, the links in the description will be below as well. Otherwise, you guys can follow me on Instagram and Snapchat. My Snapchat is Jeezy360 and my Instagram is 360Jeezy. But it's your boy 360Jeezy, and I'm out of here. Cheers.